He abandoned me and our 3 small daughters and started a new life with the neighbor, who was already pregnant. But he didn't know that the child wasn't his. That day, Rod looked at me coldly and said words I would never forget for the rest of my life. "It's over between us, Anna. Bia is pregnant. She will give me the son you never gave me." Those words hit me like a punch to the stomach. I could barely stay on my feet. My 3 daughters were standing nearby, confused and frightened. They didn't understand why their father had suddenly become so strange. 10 years. I devoted 10 full years of my life to this family. I gave up my dreams. I took care of the children. I supported my husband and made his success my entire identity. And in the end, he left me for a pregnant neighbor, for a false promise, without hesitating for even a second. He ignored my tears and the confused looks of our daughters. He crossed the street and walked toward his new life. In the months that followed, my life hit rock bottom. To support my daughters, I had to work 2 jobs at the same time. I worked during the day, came home exhausted at night, and still forced myself to be the strong mom. Now, they only had me. Meanwhile, he was living in happiness. He paid all the bills for the pregnant neighbor, prepared the baby's room, and bought the most expensive items. He believed he finally had an heir. I wasn't there on the day of the birth, but later I learned that he was in the delivery room, smiling like a victor, until he saw that message. "Love, our son has been born. Tell that idiot his performance is over. I'm coming back home." The message was from the neighbor's ex-husband. In that instant, his world collapsed. Understood that he wasn't the father, just a fool who had been used during the pregnancy. She needed someone to pay the high bills. Shortly after, he returned with nothing. That day, I was at home. The doorbell rang. I opened the door and saw the man who had once abandoned us. He stood there defeated, begging for forgiveness. But in my eyes, there were no more tears, only calm, clarity, and unshakable determination. I said nothing. I simply shook my head gently and slowly closed the door. Alone inside the house, I finally understood something. In his search for a so-called new family, he had destroyed the real one with his own hands, and we no longer needed him. If you believe that every betrayal has a price, and that good and evil always receive their reward,